mean, I was like jaw on the floor.
Can you believe it made the cut?
No. Comedy gold.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today we're discussing Finding Mr. Christmas Season 2, Episode 3, Riding into Romance, which originally aired on the Hallmark Channel on Monday, November 10th. You can stream it on Hallmark Plus. Fun fact, we just learned Season 1 of Finding Mr. Christmas is streaming on Amazon Prime. So if you didn't catch it on Hallmark Plus and you are a Prime subscriber, you can watch Season 1 over there.
I'm rewatching it with my daughter.
Are you?
Yes, because she's watching Season 2 with me. And
Yes.
so now she's curious about Season 1. So we've like dipped back into Season 1.
That's fun.
It's just as enjoyable,
Yeah, I loved Season 1.
even though I know the ending, but it's just as enjoyable. Yeah. Hey, if you're on Blue Sky or Threads, follow us there. We are at Girls Gone Hallmark. Come join us. Megan's doing Threads. I'm doing Blue Sky, and we're just chatting about Finding Mr. Christmas
Yeah,
in
we're
real time
live,
as it airs.
live posting the episodes.
Yeah, I said live tweet, and I'm
I
like
know.
quoting tweets because I don't know what it's called.
Someone at one point on Threads was like, we're calling them threets. And I was like, no, we're not.
Oh, I did look it up on Blue Sky. It was something so bizarre. I was like, I'm not calling it that.
Yeah,
And I
weren't they
can't-
skeets?
Skeets? That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either.
Skeets.
Nope.
So dumb.
Nope.
Sorry.
We're just live posting over there, real time.
Like back in our old days. Remember, fun fact, Megan and I met on Twitter
We did.
way long time
14
ago.
years ago.
And remember how active we were on the
Oh,
in
yeah.
the Twitter community
Oh,
and the
yeah.
live tweeting.
It was so much fun.
I know. Those were the days.
I miss it. We're trying
Yeah.
to capture the magic on these newfangled social media platforms.
Yeah, so come join us there on Monday nights. We're usually there during the Eastern time frame, so 5 p.m. Eastern time.
That's right. Let's hear a synopsis for Finding Mr. Christmas, Season 2, Episode 3.
Riding into romance, the hunks get personal while building gingerbread houses, sharing what Christmas means to them. Then Allison Sweeney joins as they saddle up for a cowboy scene where animal co-stars lead to some unexpected performances.
Before we talk about the opening living room banter, can we talk about the fact that they have an opening title card that says Finding Mr. Christmas? I've never noticed it before. It looks brand new to me.
What's the font on it?
It's just a bright green background with the Finding Mr. Christmas logo.
Yeah, I think I'm just always too excited for the episode to
I
notice.
know. So we do start with our living room banter moment, and they're debriefing how they feel post-elimination, and Craig is not feeling safe. Mm-hmm. And Logan says Craig is always making bold choices, and he kind of says it in a praising way.
Right?
Then Rustin says, it's never my first choice to do something bold, but let me tell you, this dude galloped out of the house on the last challenge, so I beg
point.
to differ.
Good point. I want to talk about Craig for a second here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught this, and maybe you need to remind me, but Craig is kind of spiraling, and he says, I've gone from winning pretty much everything so far to almost on the chopping block. Excuse me, sir, you won the first festive face-off. What else has he won at this point?
You're right. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Who won the acting challenge episode 1?
Rustin.
Okay. And then episode 2, was Craig on the winning team? I think he was on the winning team.
Yes, he was with Robbie the Lobby. They won on the winning team. Okay, that's fair. But in my mind, Robbie won that competition. He was on the
Yes.
winning team, so he did get the benefit.
Craig has won 2 festive face-offs,
Fair.
but he
fair,
has
that's
not
fair.
won an acting challenge.
Right. That's not pretty much everything.
I would agree. And to me, the festive face-offs are fun to watch. They give you an advantage in the acting challenge, but they're not the true test of what we're looking for here.
Right.
Like your ability to, as we're going to see, build a gingerbread house has much less to do with your on-camera abilities than a photo shoot challenge.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, that's an interesting take.
Also, I don't know if you've noticed, I especially noticed it with Davey and Gabriel, and they're drinking out of mugs. There's nothing in those mugs. Classic Hallmark.
I did notice that.
You did?
Yes. And it's festive face-off time. Marcus says it's my turn. My turn to win. I mean, that feels like extreme foreshadowing.
It does. I didn't catch it when watching it. They did highlight Marcus a lot, though, in this episode. So now thinking back on the editing, I don't like to know these tricks because either like they show you a lot and you're going to go home, or they show you a lot and they're going to win.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you can't make an accurate guess, but it is interesting watching it back. They are going to be decorating gingerbread houses, and our goal is we're going to be judged on our decorating ability and their ability to tell a story. What does this house tell us about you?
Right.
And they have 35 minutes. And
can I stop you there? As Jonathan is setting up the festive face-off of what they're going to do, he tosses out a fruitcake joke.
yes.
And I thought it was funny. And then it sat with me for a second. And I was like, look, if we're being honest, like, we don't need that joke anymore. I just felt like Jonathan didn't need to undercut himself for a laugh. And I think representation is evolving, and Jonathan's visibility on the network is a big part of that. And I feel like even if you're making the joke about yourself, it opens the door for other people to make jokes like that. And I think like, let's be better than that.
Yeah. I
don't know. Maybe I'm reading into it. Maybe it was just like a funny joke and Jonathan's being charming and playful. And I will say I laughed, but then I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I think that's a great point.
Anyway.
So we get a little bit of a montage of the guys building their houses. And Marcus is like, I'm using red licorice because my mom used to buy it on trips. And I was like, that is not the deep moment we were looking for, Marcus.
Oh, Marcus. Yes.
And it's funny because Angel's like, oh, I ate a ton of cereal as a child. And he's building this like Fruit Loop shingled cereal roof. Now, Angel will bring that story home in his explanation. But when he's just building this roof, I'm like, okay, so did I, right? Like, it does have all the elements to me of a good baking challenge. Like, you got to rush to get it on the table. Otherwise,
yeah.
So I liked that. It worked down to the wire. Great editing. And we bring in Brienne Heldman from People Magazine as our guest judge, friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Brienne. So exciting to see somebody we actually know.
That's right. Yeah, we met her on the Hallmark cruise last year. Brienne says they're looking for Frank Lloyd, Mr. Right.
Okay, I caught the joke. I'm wondering, I'm feeling 50-50 that the guys got the joke.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
I'm not calling them not smart. I'm like, they all laughed, but do they know who Frank Lloyd Wright is?
I do not know.
Also, before the judging happens, there's a lot of like side conversations between like the dudes. Mm-hmm. And at one point, your guy Gabriel is talking with Davey about Santa. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I hope there aren't any young kids watching this show because I don't like where you're going with this.
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch it?
I heard what he said, and I didn't make the like, I hope nobody's watching, but that is always my first thought, like, don't talk about that now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because, we got an email from a listener who says that she watches movies with her daughter, and then they listen to our podcast reviews together, and I'm like, oh no, do I need to censor myself more on this show with the things I say?
I mean, I don't think there's going to be any harness talk in this episode, so we're good. Although, I mean, Melissa and Jonathan do really go there during the horseback challenge, so.
Melissa. Oh, we're going to talk about it. Also, I don't know if you saw the DM, but we did get a DM saying, like, I have to go back and watch episode 2 and look at the harnesses that Wendy referred to. Oh, my God. I'm sweating. I feel a little bit embarrassed about it.
Well, let's talk about the houses.
Okay. Davey's house is heartfelt. It's inspired by his childhood tradition of hanging Christmas lights with his brothers. And it's just something he can't wait to do with his son. It was just basically like a lot of lights on a gingerbread house.
Angel's up next. And the cereal story comes on home because he talks about how his mother had to work very hard to support the family. And so he was home alone a lot. He ate cereal to feed himself, as we all do. I really loved his cereal shingles, but he did have to kind of slapdash the other side of the roof together with some Skittles.
He ran out of time.
We had big, lofty goals.
I liked it. I was like, oh, if I build a gingerbread house this season, I might dip into the cereal.
Yeah, some Fruit Loop shingles, and they're lightweight, so they're not going to knock your house over.
Smart. By the way, did you see they were using glue guns?
I did.
Didn't we just talk about this?
Yes, a reel went live on our Instagram over the weekend talking about using glue guns on your gingerbread houses.
That is the way to do it.
That's right.
That is the way to do it. Robbie's next with his schoolhouse as a tribute to a teacher who encouraged him to pursue acting and was a LGBTQ role model. I thought it was touching and deeply personal. Job well done, Robbie.
Yes. Rustin's next. Rustin connects with Jonathan with his story of growing up in a family that was a Christian worship band, and Rustin had extreme stage fright. And so in order to help him overcome that, his father built a stage in their house. Rustin displayed that with the audience inside their house, and Jonathan connects with this story because his dad offered to build him a tree house, and Jonathan said, actually, could you build me a stage in the basement? And he did.
I love that story.
Yeah, great.
Real cute. Real cute. Gabriel's next, and his house is covered in seashells, and he says it represents a time that he spent with family at the beach. He says Newport, and I'm like, Newport as in Orange County, Newport Beach in Orange County? Are we talking Newport, Rhode Island?
Literally have the exact same note.
Which one, dude? I need to know.
He does live in LA now, so it's not out of the question that it was Newport Beach.
Did this man grow up around Orange County somewhere? No, he said he's from Wyoming. Penguins, Wyoming.
Penguins in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Good. Logan, he has put, I actually really like his fireplace with the sour strips. Nicely done. Brienne likes his ice cream cone chimney, and he has built that because fireside memories are a part of his childhood.
Boring. I know. Look, I think Gabriel's was kind of boring too, but
honestly, the only two that aren't boring for me are Rustin and Robbie. Well, Angel's touching.
Yeah. Agree. Craig is next, and he proudly announces that his is a 90s house. He does a rap, which I'm kind of impressed about, actually. If he made that up like then in the moment, I was kind of impressed by it.
Yeah, I mean, we're 3 for 3 on bold choices, though.
Right.
We got Santini, we got him as Vixen, and now we have rapping his Christmas house moment.
Yeah. The biggest takeaway for me was that he said he was born in 1991, and that made me feel real old.
I did like he made like that a telephone cup game with
Very
popcorn
cute.
strings. Very cute.
Very cute.
And finally, we have Marcus. Marcus misses the mark here. His house is all about things that are important to his girlfriend, as Jonathan points out, but tells us very little about who he is. There is a hilarious on-screen girlfriend mention count. Nicely done to the editors of that one.
The best. The absolute best. I laughed out loud when they did it.
So great. And the festive face-off winner is Robbie.
My notes say, mother effing Robbie again. Robbie the lobby, 2 for 2.
I'm so happy for Robbie.
I guess he's not 2 for 2. He's 2 out of 3, right? But 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, so happy for Robbie.
We get a little bit of the guys connecting before we go to our Star Quality Challenge. We learn it's a little incongruous because we learned that Marcus's mom was recently diagnosed with lung cancer.
Yes.
It's, to me, it comes out of nowhere because we didn't really connect with Marcus's family in the Festive Face-Off Challenge. He didn't really discuss them, but he kind of explains that this is what he's going through in his life.
I think Angel inspired him. You know, Angel was talking about like his mom being like a single mom, hardworking mom. And Marcus is like, yeah, my mom was too. And then we hear that his mom was recently diagnosed with cancer, which is like, oh, that hurts.
Yeah, absolutely. And the complete flip side of that, Angel's like, I'm ready to kick it into high gear. And Craig goes, hit the nos.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, what is Angel talking about here? Like, he gave like a real long explanation about like shifting into high gear. And then Craig with the NOS joke made me laugh.
Yeah, real Fast and the Furious.
Real early 2000s, right?
Let's take a quick break and come back to talk about the Star Quality Challenge. Well, it's Star Quality Challenge time, and it's a Cowboy Christmas Challenge.
Are you into like the cowboy thing? Like, are you into Hallmark movies that have like a cowboy?
Well, the Real
Story.
West was hot.
Oh, yeah, but Ride, not so much.
No, maybe is the answer to that question.
It depends. Huh?
It depends.
Okay.
Although I'm going to tell you right now, this to me was the best of the well, I know we've only seen 2 acting challenges, but the difference between the skiing challenge and this one was night and day for me.
You think so? Why?
I thought the guys did so much better overall.
Oh, the guys definitely did better. But in terms of like challenge difficulty, I thought on par with the skiing challenge.
Yes, I agree with that. I just mean the guys' performance was elevated.
I agree.
We have Allie Sweeney as our co-star, and Jonathan says she's just marked her 30th Hallmark movie. That woman works. She's made thousands and thousands and thousands of episodes of Days of Our Lives and 30 Hallmark movies.
You know what I was thinking? She's not on the Hallmark Christmas cruise.
No, she should be.
2 years in a row. Like, I feel like, what?
I think there's a lot of big actors who are not on the cruise. And I don't know how the decision making goes there.
Is Lacey on the cruise?
No.
Yeah, maybe they just don't want to travel during this time of year, which I understand. Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right.
Robbie's advantage from winning the festive face-off is he gets an extra 5 minutes with the horse and with Allie. We don't really see that, though.
What are you talking about? I think he used that 5 minutes before when he was like talking with Allie and they were like talking through the scene. I think that's the 5 minutes he used.
That makes sense. Yeah, getting comfortable in the moment.
Yeah, they were talking about like what the scene would look like and, they didn't like rehearse. So he didn't get an actual 5 extra minutes on the horse.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah. I wanted to know if you caught the on-screen title card for the horse as the main actor.
No.
M-A-N-E.
No. I did not. I was probably taking notes during that moment.
Shout out production. This is up there with the girlfriend counter, too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was so damn funny.
Someone's just chuckling to themselves as they add these on screen.
What a job. I would love that job. Robbie does great. I think Robbie nails his scene.
He feels so natural, and his choice to whisper the last line, I was like, oh yeah, go Robbie.
Yeah, that was good, right?
Yeah.
That was so good with those Andrew McCarthy eyes. Yes, I thought it was so good.
Marcus is up next. He's never been on a horse before, but mounts that horse like a pro. He has the added challenge of his horse decides to back away from Allie to the end of his scene, but he does manage to deliver that final line. And then we get the line of the episode from one Melissa Peterman.
Mm-hmm.
She says, put a saddle on me, Marcus.
I mean, I was like jaw on the floor.
Can you believe it made the cut?
No. I can't. Comedy gold.
Amazing. Amazing.
I couldn't believe it. Look, shout out to Marcus because I'm scared of big horses. And if I've never been on a horse either. And if I had to get on a horse and then my horse was walking backwards, he did a great job.
I think so too.
Handled it like a pro, I thought. Davey's next. I mean, he handles the horse. He was really nervous too. Like leading up into it, he's like, I have to calm my nerves. I don't want the horse to know what I'm thinking. You know what? He didn't say that, but like that's the sentiment there is that the animal can tell that you're nervous and it could go real south.
And his mom and grandmother have both been bucked off of horses. So he has a little preconceived notion of what this is going to be like.
Right. But he gets on his horse. He gave leading man energy here, I thought. Big smile. I thought he did really well. He looked great, I was like, oh, he's giving cowboy. I'm into it.
Yeah, Melissa was like, I'd watch this movie. But then at the end, Jonathan's like, oh, he needs to find his camera a little bit better. And I was like, that's really interesting because he's looking at Allie the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I wish I wish like during the scene, like we could hear commentary from Melissa and Jonathan, like, oh, he's missing, he's not looking at his mark or whatever it is. As a non-actor, I don't understand that stuff. So it would be cool if they like pointed it out.
Yeah. Gabriel is up next, and Melissa really wants Gabriel to have his leading man moment. I don't think his is the most captivating performance of the day, but I think he ultimately does fine.
You know what I wrote in my notes? Cue the Kris Jenner, "You're doing amazing, sweetie," from my couch, because I was like, you're doing it, Gabriel.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love him. Sorry.
Me too.
I'm not sorry. Craig is next. He looks good doing it. I thought his hat was giving a little more like Australian outback instead of cowboy, but that's just a me thing. He flubs his lines a little and he's struggling with some of the horse stuff, but like he looks good and did well. Like he recovers.
Yeah, he looks good on the horse. Once they're up there, I think he does great, but
yeah,
stumbles. You're right. Speaking of stumbles, Logan's next, and Logan also struggles a little bit with the horse, and it's just a lot of dead air during that moment. His horse keeps walking away from him, and Melissa and Jonathan are like, just say something. And I get that panicked moment of like, oh, it's not going like it's supposed to, and I don't know how I'm supposed to control this horse, and I'm supposed to, I mean, I get it. Once he's on the horse, I think he's great. The rest of the scene goes well.
Yeah, he wanted to make a bold choice, and he used an accent.
Yeah, it didn't come through that much for me. I know
like
he said he was going to, but I was like, I don't really hear it.
Yeah, I thought accent light.
Yeah.
Like you could kind of hear it sometimes.
A
and
whiff
kind of not.
of an accent.
A whiff. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Angel is up next. Now, Angel makes me laugh because he's like, this scene's going to be pretty easy because it's a lot of flirting and I can flirt. And I was like, okay, sir. Okay. He really ad-libs a lot in his scene, but it made me laugh when he calls her Milady. I was like, I honestly was like, no, don't call her Milady. Like that felt like old timey, but it made me laugh when he goes, easy peasy.
I love that. And he's just like, it's okay, baby. Look, Jonathan and Melissa were eating it up.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. Now, I don't know if you caught it at the end when he comes back in the house and he's like playing it down to the guys like he did bad.
Yeah.
Like he's faking it. And then, you know, he's like, I'm a Latino cowboy. And I was like, put that on a t-shirt. We would buy it.
Yeah.
Angel, if you're listening, get somebody to make you a t-shirt that says Latino cowboy today.
Oh my gosh, yes. Rustin's up and he lets us know that he was once voted biggest flirt.
Shocking.
When he mounts the horse, his hat flies off. Now, to me, this is a moment where I'm like, oh, you've got a choice here. I think the choice is to ignore it.
Oh, interesting.
You just got to go with what's happening in the scene. And he says, oh, can you get that for me, hun?
Oh, yeah. You don't like the hun, huh?
I don't. However, once he's on the horse, Jonathan and Melissa freaking love it. And Melissa looks straight at the camera after Rustin delivers his final line, and they're both like sweating. And then we get the line of the episode. You just got Rustin.
We did.
We did.
Look, when Melissa stares down into the camera, I was like, this is Jim from The Office. Like, this is letting everybody at home know, like, we're all on the same page.
Yeah. In the deliberations, Allie seemed to really like Marcus and Angel. She felt like Rustin stepped on her a little bit because she says he told me to get the hat. She's like, I was already doing it. So it was a little like pointing out the obvious.
Yeah, but see, that again is another, like, explain more to me at home. Like, how did he step on you? I get that. Like, two things can happen at the same time.
Right.
Her going for it, him saying it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He stepped on her as, like, an actor in the scene. Like, that's the explanation that I'm looking for here.
Yeah. Let's take a quick break and come right back for the elimination case. We're back. We're out of our flannel. We're in the elimination cave. And I want to tell you right here, my husband came in the room and he was like, oh, that guy looks like a Hallmark actor. Oh, that guy looks like a Hallmark actor. I was like, wait, which one? So I paused on the guys and he was pointing out the dudes. So he thought Davey Gabriel, and Rustin. And I said, that's very interesting. That's all I said. We're in the elimination cave. And first of all, Melissa's all white feather dress, perfection.
She always looks good.
Looks so good.
Whoever pulls the looks for her does a really good job. They know how to dress her. She always looks great. Allie starts off the elimination, I think, with a really nice pep talk about, how audience want to connect with the actor. They want them to feel confident, right? I just thought it was a great, somebody who's worked in the industry a long time. I thought this was really good advice. And I like seeing that our Hallmark star is sharing advice. Anyway, I thought that was a nice beginning before they drop the hammer. Our winner is Marcus.
Do you know?
And I got to tell you, I was shocked.
My notes say Angel was robbed.
Oh, you think so? See, look, I know you're not a fan of Rustin.
I'm not a fan of Rustin.
Rustin,
I know.
I thought was the best.
Interesting.
I thought Angel was too quirky. Marcus.
Easy
peasy. Marcus gives such great face, and I thought he did the scene really great, but I was like, he was a little bit middle of the pack for me.
Yeah.
With everybody else. So it's I need to hear more. Did you ever watch? I need to hear more backroom conversation about the eliminations. There's no way that they're just coming to a conclusion on elimination in a 5-minute chat. Are we talking is there a murder board? How are they doing this? What's happening?
Well, I want to talk about who was eliminated, and then I want to talk about the elimination process.
Okay.
So the bottom two are Gabe and Logan. And they say Gabe loses his confidence when the camera starts rolling. Everybody loves him off camera, but that camera starts rolling and that goes away. And so they want him to find his confidence. And they say Logan didn't connect with his co-star. And they send Logan home. I am heartbroken for Logan when he cries in his elimination talking head.
Can you hear the voice cracking in the voiceover?
My gosh. I truly was heartbroken for him.
Same.
He was not ready to go home. I think... Can we talk about the eliminations?
Go ahead.
There's been some uproar in the viewer community about who's gone home every week. Now, I'm not ready for anybody to go home, so I'm going to be sad no matter who they send home every week. But my question is, are we bringing in past performance to the table? Because to me, let's look at Drake's elimination week 2.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think Drake had the worst photo shoot challenge moment.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he delivered great pictures. But if you're looking back to episode 1, Drake also had that moment where he skied right past Janelle and had to climb back up the hill.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, are we bringing that into the table?
Yeah. Are they using the entire challenges or are they just using the one that's in front of them?
Because to me, if you look at Logan versus Gabriel, nobody loves Gabriel more than you and I do. I mean, I adore this man, but historically his performance on the show hasn't been the strongest.
Right.
Especially in the acting challenges. So if we are bringing in past performance, why are we not bringing it here? My final thought on this, and I think we talked about this in another episode of the podcast, that Jonathan's looking for just that unnameable special something that makes people want to watch these actors.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's got to be just an element of them saying, I think this person has it. If we're putting these two against each other, I think this person has the potential to have it more.
So do you think that they should be more transparent with that when explaining to us, the viewers at home, what they're looking for?
Well, I want them at the end of this. To me, it's like this show isn't really about finding the best actor.
Mm-hmm.
This show exists for entertainment on its own, and it's a nice bonus that maybe someone gets a chance to act in a movie that they wouldn't have gotten before. But that's not the ultimate end game for the show. For me, the ultimate end game for the show is it's entertaining to watch.
Right. But if you take it from production, they're looking for someone who maybe is not only just a good actor, but who fits who they think they can sell, right?
Right. Right.
So there's a lot of elements there. It's not just simply on acting.
For sure. And it's not simply on the challenges.
Correct.
But your question about transparency, I think if they were to say like, yeah, these challenges are part of it, but ultimately we're going to make a decision based on potential.
Yeah.
Well, I think people would go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And it is very subjective, and we only see a 90-second clip of their acting moment. So who's to really say?
I really wish we would get to see the guys watching the scenes that they filmed. There are some, like I think America's Next Top Model used to do that. Like if they shot a commercial, then the viewers would see the participants watching themselves in the commercial. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like I would be interested in seeing like the final product.
Yeah.
That's just a me thing though. But like what can you do in 45 minutes? So
Yeah, did they show that? Because going back to Drake, right? Like he blocked Janelle in most of his shot. He didn't come back on his mark. Did they show him that? Like, this is what happens when you're not on your mark. We can't see your co-star's face. So
yeah.
how much of that do we see? I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly. Speaking of fan reaction, I got a text from my stepmom that was like, no, not Drake. She was so upset. And she was like, actually, my fave two were in the bottom. She's an Angel fan too. So.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, my friend Karen has started watching, which is so funny because I was like, I really don't think this is your kind of show. But she's watching and listening to these episodes. Hi, Karen. She was like, have you paid attention to Gabriel's eyes? And I was like, I've paid attention to everything about Gabriel. She's like, well, the Entertainment Weekly article says his daughter has blue eyes just like her daddy. And then she sends me a photo of him and she's like, Gabriel does not have blue eyes at all.
They're light. What color are they?
They're brown.
Oh, okay. But they're very light brown, right?
Yeah, depending on the photo. I found a photo of them looking very light brown, but they are very much brown. That Entertainment Weekly article also says that Davey was a Chris Hemsworth body double, and I don't think that's true.
I remember hearing that from somewhere.
I know someone said it while we were live tweeting last week's episode. I don't think it's true because it's not listed on Davey's IMDb, and Chris Hemsworth has a body double that he works with.
Oh, it would be on Davey's IMDb.
Right?
For sure. Yeah.
I think it's just an assumption someone made.
Let's message Davey and see if he'll answer us.
Yeah, let's do that.
Why not, right?
Well, those are our thoughts on this week's Finding Mr. Christmas. We'd love to hear from you, girlsgonehallmark@gmail.com. You might just hear it in a future mailbag episode.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of emails. I sense a mailbag episode is forthcoming.
Indeed. Well, hey, thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast. If you love this podcast, you know we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. You can drop them right in the Apple Podcast app on your phone. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.